Hey guys, what's up? It's Brad.
And Les.
So today we're doing an Empire review. We're starting to do Empire reviews every week.
Yay! Love Empire.
Yeah. So we missed the first 4 episodes, but we're gonna start with the 5th episode because, you know, we're weird like that. So we'll start with episode 5. Not sure what the name was, so.
I know, but that's okay. Because we watched them all.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's okay. Because we watched them all.
Okay.
So, Empire. Let's see, what are we going to start? I would say the first thing I can really remember closer to the beginning was about Michael and Jamal. How we're tempted, first Jamal was tempted by somebody to cheat with somebody on Michael, and he decides that he says, I love him, I would never do that to him. And then Michael turns around and he was approached by the same person, and he ends up cheating with the guy. Jamal walks in, sees what's happening. Okay, that was one good event that took place. I thought that was good because most of it was very uneventful in this show, on this episode.
And that was like, you know, Jamal is so faithful to him. Jamal loves him so much.
He really
And
is.
he would never cheat on him with anybody and he wouldn't even consider that. So on Michael's part, that was a serious dick move, and that was not okay.
Really.
That made me really mad at Michael. Like, you know, I don't know about
The
Michael.
only explanation it could be is if he thought that maybe Jamal did cheat with this guy, that he didn't know that he turned him down. That's the only thing I can think of, but I guess we'll find that out too. But didn't really show that part. It showed him walk up, and then that scene was already over where he was approaching Jamal.
Yeah, and still with Lucius as normal. You know, Cookie's still hating on him.
Oh, he's a devil.
He's terrible. They're always arguing. He's always being mean to his kids. He's always saying terrible things to everybody. You know, he's a monster. He's ridiculous.
He's doing more than being mean to his kids. He is attacking his kids. He's sons and throw him in a car and kidnapping his kids. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get a hold of their music because he is very threatened, obviously. So we'll see what he does next because who knows. And he gets all charges dropped against him. Remember, everything's dropped. He's a free man now.
So Neo guest stars in this episode as basically Jamal's like guide. Like he's guiding him in his music and what he should do. One of Jamal's biggest mental kind of debates is that whether to bring Michael or not to bring Michael on his tour that he's going on.
Right.
And Neo gives him some good advice on that and basically says that you should, and you shouldn't listen to Lucius when he says not to. You should do what your heart desires.
And of course, we know what Lucius said.
Lucius said, you know, leave him home and say bye-bye.
Yeah.
Like, bye-bye, Michael.
Yeah, there's other options while you're on tour, basically. Yeah, there's other options while you're on tour, basically.
Bye-bye, Michael.
Yeah, there's other options while you're on tour, basically.
Yeah,
So,
which was, which was,
you're on tour, basically.
yeah,
So,
which was, you know, Michael. It's kind of ironic because Michael cheated on Jamal.
yeah.
So Andre, you know, he's starting to feel bad with all his
Bit
sins.
strange one.
You know, like,
Get baptized.
not in any way is that bad. Just
No, it's just strange for him to come out with that.
yeah,
but-
because he's all like, he's starting to feel bad for things that he's done a long time ago, and he just admitted things to. We just found out that he did some things in the past season.
Yes, well, that was part of the baptism. He had to admit his wrongs
Right.
to whoever he did it to.
And he desperately tried to get Lucius to come, and Lucius did show up, but he left.
And he had a motive showing up, though. It wasn't just for his son. It was for Cookie, to give her a message. That's what I got out of it. So he is just plain devil. He's cold-hearted, cold-blooded, and I just can't wait to see what he's going to do next to. Next thing, he's going to do something to Cookie, and that's what I'm waiting for.
I think that what Andre did in this episode was honorable. I think that it made me like his character a little more because he's repenting for his sins. You can tell that he honestly feels bad for what he's done, and
Yes.
he wants to repent, and he wants, you know, to forget about it. So he's getting baptized, and he wanted everyone to come and watch it because it was like it's a big thing for him, and I understand that. And I thought that was really interesting, and I thought that kind of made me like his character more than I have. I think.
Yeah, and it
at
showed
all.
that they had a little bit more of a family connection than what we really thought.
Yeah.
Because they really did, the family did show up for this after him telling Jamal that he's the one that planned the robbery when he got robbed when he was recording his song. You know, he let them know all these horrible things that he did, and yet they still came because they respected what he was doing. So that was a family, it was a sign saying, you know, they are a family-oriented family. So I liked that part about it.
The last main thing is that Laura, which is basically the Spanish girl that Hakeem noticed in a bar.
I liked that part about it.
And he's working with her, you know, she's like trying to work with him at the label and stuff. And he kind of comes on a little too strong, and you know what he did with Tiana, and she's not having it. She wanted to be respected as an artist. All she wanted to do was sing. That's all she was interested in. She wasn't interested in getting any, you know, kind of action going on with Hakeem. All she did was wanted to keep things professional. And Hakeem didn't notice that at first, but once she told him and let him know that she wasn't interested in that, he respected her for it.
Very much so. He was very respectful of it because I think he sees her potential.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to do some really, really good things.
Yeah. Towards the end of the episode, like she brought up, Hakeem gets kidnapped, and we think that it was set up by Lucius.
Yes. Just because these guys jump out of a van, throw a bag over his head, pull him into the van, and you know it's Lucius that this came from, and it's just unbelievable he could do this, something like this. So, but all in all, it wasn't the best episode.
The first season of Empire was so good, and the second season so far has been very lackluster compared to that. Like, first episode wasn't great, the second episode wasn't great, third episode wasn't great, fourth episode was better, and this one was one of the worst. And it's very uneventful, and the storylines aren't really building up in any way. I feel like it's not building up to a climax like it should. It's just kind of like staying in one spot.
Although they did end it with the kidnapping of Hakeem.
Yeah, but that's the only...
That was the height
Right.
of the show.
That was the only even semi-interesting part of the whole episode. And I mean, it took, I don't know, it was an hour and it felt like it was like 2 hours.
Good luck, Hakeem.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
I hope this show gets better because I love Empire, and I really hope that they start getting better with it.
And I hope that Cookie and Terrence Howard stop with all this bickering and fighting that you hear about that they're doing behind the scenes.
Yeah, we heard.
It's going to ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, that Taraji and Terrence can't even stand to be together, and I don't know. I don't know if it's true or if it's the tabloids. I don't know, but we won't know. So it doesn't really matter.
I hope that's not the case because that will ruin it.
Anyway, I'd give the episode a solid 6 out of 10 because I wasn't really impressed and I thought it was kind of boring.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd say I would give it a 6 out of 10 also.
But you know, the show as a whole, an 8. I love the show. It's a
love
great
it.
show. All right, anyway.
Love it.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
We'll be doing reviews of the show every week. We're doing reviews of the show every week and American Horror Story every week. They're both going to be up on Thursdays most of the time.
I hope some of you are American Horror Story watchers that are watching us now, by the way.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for a while. We will continue doing the Empire as well, as long as it stays good.
All right, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week.
Have a great rest of the weekend. Have a great weekend. See you soon.
Guys, like, subscribe, comment,
Love
all that
you.
fun crap.
Like us.
Bye.
Yeah.